The Terminator was released back in the early 80s. It was a surprise hit and is considered a classic. But have you ever wondered if the Terminator was a cop? For the answer to that, look no further than Robocop. The real reason behind Robocop was when creator Edward Newmer saw the poster to Blade Runner. He thought to himself, what if the robot was hunting humans instead of vice versa? Unlike the Terminator where he was a bad guy sometimes and a good guy other times, Robocop was strictly a good guy who protected the streets of Detroit. Since the remake is coming out, I have decided to review all the theatrically released Robocop movies, from the original to the remake. So, here's my review of the Robocop movies. Robocop takes place in the dystopian future of Detroit, pretty much Detroit now. Anyway, a private organization named Omnicorp privatizes the police department by buying it. They try to find a way to use their products to be used in police related stuff, but you can guess they don't have much success. They decided that they need a more human-like cyborg to be effective in judgment. To their luck, Alex Murphy, played by Peter Weller, is gunned down by Clarence Bodicker and his henchmen. The actor who plays Clarence is Kurtwood Smith, who is best known for playing the dad in that '70s show. Omnicorp takes possession of Alex's body and makes him the crime-fighting cyborg known as Robocop. Robocop might not be on the same level as the Terminator, but it's still a really good movie. Robocop was directed by Paul Verhoeven, who wanted to direct other sci-fi classics like Total Recall and Starship Troopers. The effects are really good as well. Just the makeup on Robocop looks great even by today's standards. Some of the stop motion isn't half bad either. The movie does have its share of problems, like why didn't they just put a self-destruct device in the suit if he malfunctioned or became evil? When Robocop is supposed to be driving by himself, you can briefly see someone else riding with him. I found the ending to be a bit abrupt, but regardless, Robocop is still a really cool action movie and the best in the series. I give Robocop 3 stars out of 4. In 1990, Robocop was followed up by Robocop 2. Paul Verhoeven did not direct this one because he was too busy directing Total Recall. Instead, it was directed by Ivan Keschner, who is best known to be the director of The Empire Strikes Back. What many people don't know is that Frank Miller himself did the story and co-wrote the screenplay. Robocop 2 is a direct sequel where Robocop is still coping with not being able to see his wife or son. The main plot centers around the cult leader who is selling a new drug called Nuke. There's also a subplot where Omnicorp wants to make a new version of Robocop. Eventually, when Robocop takes down the new cult leader, they decide to use him for the new Robocop. Why would you give a criminal the ability to control a fully weaponized cyborg? That's like if they gave the Joker and Harley Quinn control of a Jaeger from Pacific Rim. Robocop 2 might be a minor step down from the first one, but it still ups on the action big time. Some of the issues I have with this movie are the effects. There are more stop motion effects used, but they look a bit more obvious. Some of the jokes come off as either hit or miss. For example, there's this hilarious part where they reprogram Robocop to be too much of a friendly person, and it just speaks for itself.
Thank you for not smoking.
But then there's parts where we see a parody commercial for Omnicorp where a man commits suicide. What? Then there's a scene where we see the corpse of Elvis. I don't know what to make of this. Also during that scene, if they could easily shoot off Robocop's hand with a few shots of a heavy machine gun, then why didn't they just keep on firing? But again, the movie makes up for it by having really good action scenes. The climax is actually better than the first one in my opinion. The design on Robocane looks pretty cool. It looks like a cross between the Ironmonger from Iron Man and the Destroyer from Thor. Overall, Robocop 2 may have mixed feelings by the general public, but I really did enjoy it. I give Robocop 2 2.5 stars out of 4. So stay tuned to the next part where I conclude this review with Robocop 3 and the remake.